there, Canonites. Welcome back. Today we're finally unboxing, sorry, the final Halo Legendary Crate that was supposed to come back in, I think, July or August, and is finally here in November. It's almost appropriate that it arrived actually yesterday, but didn't have time yesterday to do this. It's appropriate that it arrived this week, that I didn't have time yesterday to do this, considering today, by which I mean the time of this recording, not the day this releases, Halo Reach has been confirmed to be releasing on Xbox One and PC on December 3rd. Wow. If you hadn't guessed, I do these off the cuff. So yeah, appropriate in some ways. But now we finally get to see, do the Halo Legendary Crates go out with a bang or a whimper? Considering the box compared to the other Legendary Crates, I'm guessing a whimper. But let's find out. I love that knife. One point for the whimper already. Well, we of course have the figure. We'll go over that at the end. I'm actually going to pull out all the figures, and I do mean all. Warthog pin. I feel like, whatever. Like, literally the only thing that could save this thing for me is if they had, like, the complete Noble service records of every member of Noble Team, I think. Which obviously isn't going to happen. Although, I say that, and this paracord is pretty cool. Marked with Spartan B132. It's got a compass on there. And yeah, again, paracord. That's quality you'd have to question, but that ain't bad. Oh, I can already see something that's going to get on my nerves, and you'll find out in a moment. This looks like a Halo Reach themed wall scroll, which I will admit is pretty cool if that's what this is. Looks to be it. Okay, yeah. That's pretty cool. Technically the wrong version of the UNSC logo, and technically speaking, this is the Spartan, either the Spartan 4 logo or the Spartan branch logo, whichever you want to go with. But honestly, it's cool. This is going on the wall. That's awesome. Oh, I hope that was just loose cardboard. Next up is our shirt. Let's see. Gotta say, let's get that out of there. This is a pretty nice shirt in terms of design. Just clean, simple. Noble 6. That is a very nice shirt. Considering how I started this is turning out pretty well so far, but it ain't gonna end that way. I can tell you that for sure. Noble 6 poster. It's pretty nice. One of these days, I got to get all these posters framed together, but who knows when that's going to be. Oh, come on. And yeah, if you hadn't guessed, there was a reason I was a little upset earlier. I'm not upset necessarily at what the intel is. I expected that. I'm upset at how it was stored, because this is not... The only reason this is fitting in so smoothly is because... I don't know if I'll be able to show it properly. This is bent. And you know how I feel about bent anything. I consider this the cream of the crop when it comes to my Legendary Crates. I signed up for these for the lore, as you can probably guess, and as pathetic as that might sound. Anyway, though, we have blueprints for the Warthog. So in terms of the bullet points, there's not a whole lot new here. We, of course, have, if If you didn't know, the Warthog costs 52,000 credits to replace. That's without the weapons, of course. So that's just the chassis. There's some interesting stuff. I don't know if this is all new, but it sounds new to me. Of course, some of it sounds new, I should specify. Warthog was first released. The first prototype Warthog was released in 2319, simply referred to as the Z12. A well-crafted marketing campaign and exceptional engineering, though, resulted in quite a bit of contracts. 36 within 8 months. The largest and most lucrative, of course, going to the Colonial Military Authority. In 2321, the Warthog received a type classification as the M12 FAV, Force Application Vehicle, and with final production models adding modular turret mounts and additional armored body panels. By 2329, Warthog variants had been adapted to meet nearly all land-based transportation needs for the CMA. The UNSC adopted the M12 as their standard ground utility vehicle in 2350. Modern Warthogs have a strong family resemblance to the 24th century production models, but are much better adapted to the realities of frontier maintenance and lack of transportation infrastructure. Military surplus Warthogs are ubiquitous in the colonies, which proved an important strategic advantage in the early years of the Covenant War. So, nothing all that new. But of course, last thing is our Noble 6 figure. Where did I put you? Love it. And yeah, it's a box cutter that flips out. That's awesome. And there he is in all his Canon glory, Noble 6. Well, there we go. The complete Noble team. All together. I mean, all together, they're not bad. One thing I will say about these Series 1, the bases were much more clear on how they fit together. I don't know. This one's just kind of... meh. But, I mean, the figures are still good. Yeah, they're great figures. I wish I had a proper place to put them. But, yeah. And of course, how could I pass up the opportunity to show off all of the Legendary Crate figures? Legendary Crate figures. Of course, Series 1, I think they're still some of my favorites. I love the little ring they make, though I understand why they moved away from that for later sets, so you could be, as you see with Phase 2, or Series 2, I'm sorry, and Series 3, you can be a little more custom about how you set things up. But through the highs and the lows, at the very least, the figures stayed what I would consider to be of a fairly high quality. I generally have not had issues with them. I know the Hunter in particular had issues with people with broken spines. My Flood form has a broken tentacle. But still, I enjoy the style. I enjoy the idea. I think that they were good figures. They were a good idea. One of the few that stayed consistent throughout the Legendary Crate run. And there you have it, the final Loot Crate in the Halo Legendary Crate run. Did it go out with a bang or a whimper? I think it went out... It's not easy to say. And I hope that doesn't sound like a cop-out. Because, honestly, the wall scroll, I love it. I mean, it's always cool to have Halo-branded stuff. I can kind of go either way on that one. On the Intel, figures okay. Shirt, I love. So, you know what? I'm gonna say it leans towards the whimper side. Just the way it is. It's the Legendary Crate series started out amazing, and they just got progressively worse. It really sucked. Because Halo should, when it comes to projects like this, when the Halo gets to do stuff like this, I mean, it's few and far between the franchises that get to do something like this. Like, you have the occasional, you have the Lord of the Rings crate. I think there was a Fallout crate, and stuff like that. And these are one-offs or much more limited runs. Generally speaking, you get like a general loot crate, a normal loot crate, or an anime crate or something that focuses on a franchise for a month, or just, it appearing in one of those crates. But Halo did this for 3 years. Not many other franchises could do that. Or at least not many other franchises got that chance. But Halo did. And again, it started out great. And the potential was squandered, especially for this run. You're doing a whole series on Noble Team. And your freaking intel are vehicle cards. I don't recall if there were. I think it was all vehicles. They're all vehicle cards. And I want to say I can't understand why, but I can understand why. And that's what annoys me the most, is I can't properly bitch about it. Because I do get it, on a professional level. I did marketing for 3 years. And I get it. But as a fan, that doesn't mean I'm necessarily going to accept it. I'd love to see Halo get opportunities to do stuff like this again. Maybe not strictly with Loot Crate, but like collectible boxes like these, I enjoy them. Generally speaking, I'm glad that Halo got to do this. I just don't like that it was a downward slide, basically. I would hope that it, at minimum, would just stay equal. It would just be a straight line across. Ideally, it would be an upward curve. But it wasn't. A whole year dedicated to Noble Team, to Halo Reach, in essence, that you could use to flesh out these characters, which more than deserve it. I've wanted a Halo Noble Team prequel book, going into the history of the team, the individual characters. I mean, goddamn, if any game deserved a prequel comic or a prequel book, it was Halo Reach, for the sake of Noble Team. And I still hope that happens, because, I want to know more about these characters and how we got this from. I want to know more about these characters. I want to know more about Tom, Tom A293, if memory serves, the original Noble 6. I'd like to know more about Rosenda. I'd love to see her, sometime after the war, especially. But I'd like to know more about Gauntlet Red Neko. But that ain't happening anytime soon. Was it worth the wait? Not really. And I'm glad this is ending now, because I would not. I said I would not renew this. It definitely got better than where it started. The Carter Crate was absolute shit in every regard, but yeah, I'm glad it ended. But that's enough of me rambling. What did you think of this last Legendary Crate? What did you think of the Legendary Crates overall? On a more positive note, How do you feel about Reach finally releasing for MCC, both on Xbox One and PC? I'm glad we're finally getting there before the end of the year. I know that the PC version of Reach has its issues, but I think 343 has the capability to get it fixed, to get the necessities fixed before release. So, we'll see, though. I'm hopeful, despite everything. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think. Hope you enjoyed this, and until next time, this has been Halo Canon. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider subscribing, and if you really love me, hit that notification bell and leave a thumbs up. These both really help out the channel. I wouldn't be where I am now without your views and support, so once again, thank you. Keep on being awesome, Canonites.